In this video, we're going to solve quadratic equations by reasoning, which basically means that we're thinking or talking through how to find the answer. Each of these equations has two solutions. That's a key word, two solutions. What are they? Explain or show your reasoning. So when we're solving equations, remember we're trying to get the variable by itself. So if I have 4n squared equals 196, I can get rid of the 4 by dividing both sides of the equation by 4. And that gives me n squared equals 49. So I'm going to write, I can divide both sides of the equation by 4 to get n squared equals 49. Now, if n squared is 49, what could n be? Well, we know that n could be 7. Because 7 squared is 49. Or, remember there's two solutions. The other solution is negative 7. Because when you square negative 7, you also get positive 49, because it's negative 7 times negative 7. If you're doing it on a calculator, you want to be careful about how you're typing it in to make sure that you're getting the negative 7 times negative 7. Generally speaking, you want to put the negative number in parentheses before applying the exponent. So negative 7 squared is negative 7 times negative 7, which, as we know, negative times a negative equals a positive. 7 times 7 is 49. So that also equals 49. So my two possible solutions for n are that n equals 7 or n equals negative 7. Now let's look at number 2. Again, with solving equations, what we want to do is get the variable by itself. And the first step here is to get rid of the 100 by subtracting it from both sides, since it's plus 100 in the equation, or it's added to my variable with parentheses here. So that gives me n minus 2 squared equals 25. So my first step here is I can subtract 100 from both sides. Now, how do I get n by itself here? Because now I have n minus 2 in the parentheses. Well, the way that you're going to see it explained in the notes is that I can think of this set of parentheses as a box. So I'm going to replace that set of parentheses with a box, and then that's going to be box squared equals 25. Now what could the box be? Well, we know that the box could be 5, because 5 squared is 25. Or the box could be negative 5, because negative 5 times negative 5 is also positive 25, just like we saw in number 1. So the box could be 5 or minus 5. Now what does the box equal? Well, the box is equal to n minus 2. So now I can replace the box with n minus 2. And now I have two equations that I can solve by adding 2 to both sides. And that gives me n equals 7 and n equals -3. So replace it and solve both equations for n. And remember, we should be getting 2 answers for these because that's what it said in the instructions. And in fact, we did get 2 answers, 7 and -3.